Now, the second interlude vision depicts the church as dying a violent death because it will suffer at the hands of unbelievers. It's sort of telling a broad scheme sketch of what the church universal throughout this whole age of the tribulation will look like. Verse 2 depicts it this way, that the pagan nations will trample on the church throughout this age of tribulation. The church will suffer and be conquered by the beast who rises from the bottomless pit. Now, the beast is an image of the dragon, who is the devil. And the beast, of course, is not an actual beast. It's symbolic for demonized institutions that persecute the church. And so spiritual warfare is brought upon the church by the beast, and the beast is said, in this vision, to conquer and to kill the church, the two witnesses. Now let's think about that for a moment, because it's very interesting that the church is said to be both conquered and killed, but yet we are also told throughout the book of Revelation that the church itself will conquer by remaining faithful unto death. Revelation 2:10. It is said, or put this way in chapter 12, verse 11, and they, the church, have conquered him, the devil, by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, for they love not their lives, even unto death. Now, how can this work? How can the church be said to be conquered and put to death, yet at the same time be conquerors by holding to the word of their testimony even unto death? Well, we are back to the paradoxical nature of the book of Revelation. It is a paradox. To the world, the church appears to be weak and conquered when those within her suffer and die. But in reality, in truth, their deaths are their victories. They conquer by remaining faithful unto death. And therefore, the risen Lord tells the seven churches of Asia Minor over and over again, to the one who conquers, I will grant to eat of the tree of life, Revelation 2:7. The one who conquers will not be hurt by the second death, 2:11. To the one who conquers, I will give some of the hidden manna, 2:17. The one who conquers and keeps my word until the end, to him I will give authority over the nations, chapter 2, verse 26. The one who conquers will be clothed thus in white garments, chapter 3, verse 5. The one who conquers, I will make him a pillar in the temple of my God, Revelation 3:12. And finally, the one who conquers, I will grant him to sit with me on my throne, as I also conquered and sat down with my Father on his throne. Chapter 3, verse 21. Now that last one, beloved, says it all. The church conquers in the same way that Christ himself conquered. He conquered through suffering and death. And this is why you see the two witnesses, the church, is depicted as recapping or recapitulating the life of Christ in this second interlude vision. They prophesy. The two witnesses prophesy as Christ prophesied. They are persecuted, just as Christ was persecuted. They die, just as Christ died. But they are raised from the dead, just as Christ was raised from the dead. Beloved, the very nature of Christ's mission on earth is the nature of the church's mission on earth. A mission of suffering as we faithfully bear witness to Christ unto the end. It is a mission of martyrdom. This is the spirit of prophecy, the testimony, the martyria of Jesus. Beloved, we are called to lay down our lives for Christ, office bearers and non-office bearers alike. This might mean that we lay down our actual physical lives for Christ and die a violent death on account of persecution by the enemy. Or it might mean laying down our lives as living sacrifices for Christ.